back. Welcome back. So today, welcome back. What we're going to be doing today is we've got someone coming down to do some wires with me, basically trying to sort this engine harness out. My brother-in-law is actually going to be finishing the dash console bit and finishing up the pod unit. We'll have a look at some the intercooler pipes as well, trying to get them into some place. But let's get cracking with that. So, as you can see by the mess in front of us, we are currently working on the engine loom for this engine. There is quite a lot we're not using. There are a few things we are obviously having to figure out. Like we're currently figuring out the coil pack and the injector sort of loom. We've separated them so they're two separate looms, but a lot of them run sort of in together. So we're figuring that out. Brother-in-law is currently making the dash panel, so by the end of the day we should have all the gauges in the right place, and we will put the wiring harness in its rough place in the car. We've figured out the water system, so I'm going to order a TP so we can come off the back of the thermostat up. That's to come to this return and then to return on the other side of the turbo. So we've got that all sorted. We'll have to blank this obviously down here that we put in the other day. and we're still waiting on the 2 pieces for that, but carry on with the wiring. So what you see me do is I've mounted the fuel pressure regulator. That's quite nice now. We might just weld it on because I can only get one clinch nut in, undecided yet, but it's in, so it's out of the way. Also see me messing with all these pipes, trying to figure it out. So we're going to run the one to this side of the intercooler. So this side's the turbo, this side's the outfeed. Going to run up, it actually runs along that green bar and out to the top. And then we're going to modify this bracket. I know I'd have to modify it, so I wasn't too fast. Modify it to allow it to go up a little bit to go in. And then we're going to shorten one of these 45s and grab a 45 for that, and then we'll basically put it in. We'll also cut it when we get the one for the dump valve as well, so that's all in place. And then the one off the turbo is nice and easy, so we don't need to worry. So what we're going to do is now crack on getting these gauges in, get them all mounted, and then we're done. So then, here is our dashboard now. So we've got our speedo and rev counter and miles and our boost gauge here. And then just up to the side here, you can't really see it because of the light, is our sort of pod unit. It's not in the way of anything when you sit in the car. It's in quite a nice position. So we've done this. We've started our wires. So these are so we know where to go, and we're going to have to do the wires next weekend for all this lot. Also for the centre console as well. So that's going to be fun. So then, might be a bit of an odd video today. We were bouncing around a bit. We had my friend come over and sort out wires with me. We roughly know the direction we're going in. I can't say we're 100% sure. We've got to sort out, I can't remember the word for it. It's basically, but it's how the throttle is controlled. Because it's a Corsa box to an Alpha throttle body, we've got to try and figure out a way to get them to basically mate up so we can actually control the throttle. Or we'll either be on no throttle or wide open, no my luck. We've also finished, or basically got the dashboard done now, so we've got our speedo and our boost gauge in place. I wanted it nice and simple like it is, so I'm really happy with that. We've got our nice little pod unit up the top, so it's got volts, oil and water pressure, just so we know when they're there. They're not in the way and they're not out of the way too much, so I like them there. So next week is the dreaded week I've been trying to put off for months and months and months, and sadly I can't put it off anymore. Before we actually go any further with the engine, we actually need to get the wires in place. So my friend's sorting out the harness, the main engine harness. We know where everything goes. I've just got to grab a sensor. But next week we've actually got to do the car loom. I'm not looking forward to it, as you can see in my face. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Hit the like button, drop a comment, feel free to subscribe, and we will see you next time.